I'm early. I'm early. Pastor Ooh, hey. Hey, you too. I'm back. I'll wait. I know I'm early, so I'll wait for y'all to get the notification. My little beauties, how is everybody? Hey. Hi. How's it going? Get into this look, though. Get into this look. hmm How's everybody doing? Is everyone well today? Yay! Immediate like. Thank you, Estella. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, everybody, I'm back with another video. Hey, I wasn't gonna come do a video. I wasn't even gonna let y'all see none of this. But you know, when you get your nails done, you get that fresh set. You got to be like, hey, come here. Come here, boo. So I just had to stun on y'all for a little bit. Show y'all my goodness and mercy. You gotta be like, what? Girl, you stupid. Stop playing. You know, you gotta be extra. So I just, okay? Disclaimer, before we even start the video, there's gonna be a lot of this going on. A lot of, I got my Cardi B nails, extra long. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't act different. Y'all know how it is when it's been a long time since you felt real, just all the way cute. So it's gonna be a lot of this today. So we're back. We're back. Made up a topic right quick so I can come talk to y'all because I wanted y'all to see my nails. Is that bad? Is that bad? And I wanted to be cute and show my stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so we are here today. Thank you guys so much for all of the sharing, all the liking. You guys are getting Pastor's name out there in a big way, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I was like I said, like I've always said, I wasn't really thinking that YouTube was gonna be anything. Oh, I was just on here kidding, whatever. So now we have a lot of stuff coming. We have a lot of interesting, fun things coming on the Michaela Pink channel. A lot of interesting things with Michaela Pink. And it's all because you guys. You guys have been sharing and liking and commenting and getting the word out. And it's in a major way, So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all the newness that's coming, and kind of scared, a little scared. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for that, for the support. You know, I really don't know where any of this is going. Had no intentions at all of any of this going anywhere, but you know, between us. But it's going. It's going, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it. So thank you guys. So today's topic is about your story. Your story. Everybody has a story. Everyone has a story, just like the thumbnail. Every person alive has a story. A lot of people, though, don't like to share their story. They like to keep it hidden. They don't want to be, they don't feel like it's a necessary part of the journey, the story, right? A lot of people want to talk about statistics and facts, and a lot of men are this way. They want to be just very facts driven and statistical, So, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But know that everyone has a story. Okay? Everybody does. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because now I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know. Who knows? But the universe, God, Jesus, them, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Mary Magdalene, all them, put it on my heart to say that everybody has a story, and your story may not have started out the way you wanted it to start out, right? A lot of people have stories that they don't want to tell nobody. Nobody. There's a lot of things that I have done. A lot of things that I have done that will go to the grave with me and Sally Mae. Me, Sally Mae, and some couple of 3 to 4 little stories that I ain't never gonna tell nobody, right? So everybody has a story though. I appreciate my story because my story has gotten me to where I am now. I always often tell my story. Of course, I tell the good parts of my story because I don't, hey, everything ain't meant to be told. We're going to talk about that too today. But your story may not have started out the way that you wanted it to start out. It may not have. You may have, when you were a little girl, maybe you wanted to be a teacher, or you wanted to be an astronaut, or somebody told you to be a basketball player, or whatever it is you wanted to be when you were a little girl. You thought that was going to be your story. But then life started happening. Then circumstances started happening. Then you started to see life for the way that it is. Then your lenses may have gotten a little foggy. Somebody may have done something and changed your story. But the interesting part about your story and having a story is that your story is uniquely you. Nobody else in the world is going to have your story. And I feel like it's important to use your story for your benefit, right? A lot of people, and this is played out in the music industry all the time. A lot of people have stories that are just not, they're ugly. A lot of people's stories are really ugly. Some people were neglected, like in a major way. Like their mama left them for weeks at a time because, oh, she had to work. Or some people were abused, right? Some people were beaten and raped and molested and any number of things. Had car accidents and mama did this and did that and wasn't this and all of that, right? So many people have bad beginnings, right? But that doesn't mean you have to have a bad middle. Y'all love this look. Y'all love a look. I love a little look. So many, but that doesn't mean you have to have a bad middle. Your beginning may be horrible. You may be not talking to your mama right now because of all the stuff that happened. You may have a strained relationship with your parents because of what happened. You may have, your middle, that middle is where the fun is, where the juice is, where the meat of you is. So the essence of you is not in the beginning. It's not. The essence of you does not rely on the way you begin. Oh, leveling up in steps for teens. Oh my goodness. I am so happy that you have been able to make this live. Oh my goodness, y'all. I don't know who this person is, leveling up in steps for teens. I really have to tell you, thank you so much for all of my recent videos. She has done a complete synopsis, excellent notes of my videos. Almost verbatim. So, and I pin those, and I just really have to tell you that I appreciate you so much for that, because, oh man, you are excellent excellent note taker. I can only imagine if you're a teen. You're probably a teen or somebody very young, because oh my goodness, hats off to you. I appreciate you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, back to the story. The middle is where the you of you-ness comes in, the you-ness of you. The personhood of you, the essence of you is done in the middle. The middle is, you know, your teens and 20s and 30s and 40s and, you know, 50s and all of that. All of that is the middle. All of that is the middle. So if you concentrate and you stay on what happened in the beginning and you don't move past what happens in the beginning, the end is you're not going to have a very good ending. You may have an okay ending, but think about it. When people die, people don't talk about, well, you know, he was born into poverty. Mama couldn't afford them Jordans he wanted, you know, so he lived the whole rest of his life mad. Like, when you die, nobody talks about the beginning. No one. But do you know that most people live stuck in the beginning? How sad is it to be stuck in the beginning? How sad is it to be stuck in the beginning? How much of a disservice to the world is it if you remain stuck in the beginning of your story? Everybody's story is colorful. Everybody's story has twists and turns, and oh, I thought I was going to be a doctor and then decided I was going to be a stripper, and then, you know, my mama told me I was never going to amount to nothing, and I made $30 billion by the time I was 10. You know, everybody's story is colorful. And if you don't appreciate that, if you don't recognize that in others, if you only want to see the perfectness, the perfect side of everything, and if you only want to show how perfect and unblemished and easy and bland and white and blank you are really not, again, living your fullest potential, right? So I said that to say, people that do this are living in the statistics of their lives. They only want to be, recognized and seen as perfect. They only want, you know, this unblemished form of myself to be whatever is displayed for the world. But don't you know that everybody knows that that is a falsehood? Everybody knows that's a falsehood. Everyone knows that when you are not fully living in your true story, everybody can tell. Sad but true. A lot of people are hiding. A lot of people are hiding their story. And it's okay to do that, but I just want you to know that everybody knows you're hiding. Everybody knows you're hiding. Everybody knows and can recognize when stuff don't add up, right? If you are take my neighbors, for example, or some people I know. I won't say my neighbors, but some people I know. They want to pretend like everything is just perfect. And oh, my daughter's hair always has to be in, you know, a perfect little coif, and she's got a little bow, and I make sure that my son has the neatest, cleanest shoes, and he's never, you know, to this, and we're always in love and all this and that. Girl, don't you know everybody can see that that's not the case? That's not the case. That's not the case when you are... Everybody knows that that's not the case, basically. If you continue putting forth a skewed view of yourself, eventually things will show. Back to the statistics. A lot of people, we started early, sorry. A lot of people will want that. A lot of people want the perfect all the way around. The fake persona. so to speak. Yeah, a lot of people want that. But it's recognizable. Most people can tell when someone is living in a fake persona. So statistics. Statistical, whatever of my life. I'm this age. I'm 25. I grew up in the country. My favorite color is pink. I've never been skydiving. I have 3 children. These are these statistics of my life, right? But my story is when I was 16, I used to be a little fast and be trying to sneak out, and I had a baby before I was married. And it was by this man, and he was fine and sexy, and we used to be all on a trampoline, and that's my story, right? I can give anybody the statistics. Some people don't even like to share the statistics, but I can give anybody the statistics of my life. But what is really helpful to the world, what is really helpful to you and your healing and your growth and your level up is the story. What's your story? What makes you happy? Have you smiled, recently? Have you really had a really, really, really good belly laugh? Have you enjoyed something lately? Have you had a piece of cheesecake lately that made you like, ooh, and you just want to eat it and eat it? Piece of chocolate? What's your story? What's the meat of who you are, right? So here's the biggest piece of what I wanted to share about your story. Your story is something that you create. Once you're beyond your teen years and your childhood, your story is something that you create. I want to date only wealthy men, right? Thank you, Kendra. Thank you, Kendra Rose. I can't shake too much, y'all. The girls is out today. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you for that. So your story is basically you can create your own story is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to rely or keep telling the same old story. After you leave your mama's house, the story of, oh, that's the way they raised me, needs to be erased. The story of my mama left us alone for days at a time needs to be erased. The story of all we had to eat was a can of Rotel for 3 weeks in a row, that needs to be gone. After you become an adult, after you're able to live your own life and create your own stories, you need to start doing that. Your story can be what you want it to be. I used to date Dusties, girl. Ooh, I used to date Dusties. I used to be happy for a little man to come along and be like, ooh, we finna go do this and we finna lay up and do this. And I used to be happy living that way because everybody around me was happy living in those sorts of circumstances. So I didn't know better. But when you know better, you have to do better. Am I talking about branding? This has nothing to do at all with branding at all. I'm talking about you, your person, your real life, forget Michaela Pink, the brand. I'm talking about me, myself, my essence. Everyone has a story. Branding, I'm not. Anyway, you can create whatever story you want, right? You can go from dating dusty men who only give you good PP to dating men who make 7 figures or more. You can go from being, neglectful, shy, self-branding. Yeah, I guess so. In a way, you could think of it as self-branding because it's it is a way to brand yourself. You can rebrand yourself is basically what I'm saying. You can can rebrand yourself. You don't have to be the shy girl anymore. You don't have to be the girl who's always neglected. You don't have to be the girl who is afraid and scared and don't know how to do her hair and can't put on eyelashes. You can change that story about yourself. You literally can. Somebody, oh, thank you, Love Ozzy. She says, I'm so happy I came across your channel, Michaela. You are amazing. I hope you don't underestimate the change you're making in all of our lives. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that, Ozzy. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Y'all, don't be attacking people. She might be new. Maybe she does. I don't know. Anyway, so flip the switch, literally. Some people, well, you know, I grew up in Montana and all my family is in Montana and I don't know nobody else outside of my state. And how am I supposed to live without support system? And, you know, I've always worked at this job and I don't have any other skills and I can't be, you know, who am I going to rely on for my childcare? What's my life going to be if I start something new? A lot of people stay there and stay stuck there and will stay in mediocre, damaging, poor, hurtful situations just to be comfortable, just to be in a space of complacency. But what I'm saying is, you might be dusty today. Y'all like my cup? My baby picked this one. You might be dusty today. You may have never seen, you know, $10,000 at a time. You may have never been flown across the country. You may have never been, you know, taken to a 5-star restaurant. Ruth Chris may be the ultimate, you know, that you've ever been to. But don't you know that that doesn't have to be the case? You may not have to, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. You can create your own story. If you're not in a happy marriage, don't you know you can leave? You don't have to sit there and fake. You don't have to be trying to come up with excuses and explain stuff and or not explain stuff and, you know, overlook and underlook and, you know, sweep stuff under the rug. You don't have to do that. You literally can take your circumstances and change them and make them what you want them to be. They don't have to be what they are now. You don't have to keep living with your mom. You don't have to, you know, stay in apartments. You don't have to, you know, try to relive your high school years in your 40s. You don't have to make up for lost time. You don't have to, you know, oh, I got to be the father and the mama. You don't have to do those things. You're making a choice to do those things, but that is not what your story has to be. You can make a new story. That's all I'm saying. Instead of sharing only statistics, though, make a story that's something to talk about. Make something inspirational for someone else. Give the world you. Give the world you. Because I know a lot of people read books. We'll take people who read books all the time. Some people will sit up and read a book, book after book after book after book after book. Mickey, is it a good book for this? Mickey, tell me a book about that. Mickey, tell me. Some people read all day long. Some people watch TV and veg out on TV for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. Some people study. Some people get it with man after man after man because they want to be able to not look at what's happening right now. Some people are okay with otherworldly stuff, spending all day on the internet because their lives are not what they want it to be. Don't y'all know that? Some people spend all day on the internet because what's going on around them is too painful to look at. So let me just scroll and look through my phone all day because this is much better than looking at the circumstances that I sit in every day and do absolutely nothing to correct. Don't you know that? Some people read, I have a lot of books. I have read a lot of books, but when I was really heavily reading, it was because my life was not, I wasn't living. Do you know you can't live your life with your nose in the middle of a book? You can't live your life with your nose in a book like this. If you're doing this, you don't know that birds are chirping and little baby rabbits are skipping and hopping through your backyard. And, you know, your neighbors are over there talking about somebody else and gossiping and you can't hear it. Or this girl got a cute Lululemon little workout outfit and you can't even see it and go buy it because you're too busy with your face in a book, your face in a phone. Life is meant to be lived. Why do you need to escape? Why do you need to leave? Why do you need to be worried about what's going on and how and like now we're going through a pandemic. Everybody wants to know the why behind. Why are we going through this? Why are we going through that? Okay, after you find out why, then what? I love psychology books. I do too. I read for knowledge, but think about it. After you get the knowledge, then what? Okay, oh, I found out why this person is weird like this. Now what? So what? What does it matter? What does it matter? Okay, you got the knowledge. Now what are you going to do with it? Knowledge is meant for you to do something with it, not just to get it. You know, I understand Sigmund Freud's theory. Okay, so that means that most men that are attracted to me are attracted to me because their mothers were high maintenance and they grew up in wealth and you know what I mean? So I get that, but then what? Don't just be reading just to be reading. You want to know everything, the reason behind. I need to know why. Why do you need to know why? No, you don't. You don't need to know the why of anything. If you know the why, what you gonna do? Literally. Once you find out why we in this situation we in America and all over the world, then what? You gonna go and try to shut down the White House? Are you going to, make a change for all the black men that are being murdered in the streets? Are you going to rally for that? What are you going to do with all this knowledge that you're getting? Nothing. Oh, see, I knew they shot him. They shot him because who cares? Who cares? Really, who cares? Just saying. Just saying. Apply the knowledge. Don't just get it, apply it. Right? Okay, somebody had a question. Uh-oh, y'all. Sorry. How does one ease those tragic stories like sexual abuse? It's not happening to you today. Is it happening to you right now? Everything that happened in your past, as far as you know, is a fictitious event. What if something happened to you and you slid and fell down your steps and bumped your head and then all of a sudden you have a memory of a sexual trauma? What if that mess ain't even true? It's technically not true. If somebody isn't raping you right now, it's not happening to you right now. The only thing you can do is concentrate on what is happening to you right now. And that's the best I can give you. I don't have any sort of trauma like that, so I can't really relate on that level. But eventually, you're going to have to get over it. Eventually, you're going to have to get through it and get over it. And that's it. That's it. A lot of PTSD and all that. I don't believe in that. You are stuck in your own mind. Let it go. What do you have trauma for? Post-traumatic stress. Okay. Post. Do you understand that post means happened a long time ago? After the fact. Post literally means after the fact. After a trauma, now you're stressed. It ain't PTSD. It's crazy. It's crazy. You have told yourself these stories. You're telling yourself these stories over and 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 reliving and telling somebody else, going back and thinking about stuff and going back and thinking about it, then saying, well, I should have said this, and man, if I would have did this, this wouldn't have happened, and now I'm scared because what if it happens again? That's crazy making. You will literally go crazy doing that. I understand you have post-traumatic. I had, post-traumatic stress and depression and all that before. I have. But one day, I said, I can't do this. I cannot continue to do this. I can't. June is coming up. June is my birthday, my son's birthday, my dad's birthday, and Father's Day. June is very hard for me. June is very hard for me. For years, literal years, I would almost dread the month of June coming. But this year, finally, this year, I'm going to make June the best month ever. This year, June is going to be my best month of 2020. And I'm going to make it so. I'm going to push through every day. Every day, I'm going to push through, because even if I still have some grief or still have post-traumatic stress or still have tears to cry, I'm going to push through and keep going. I'm not going to allow myself to be down or to be sad anymore. Because why? Yes, I have beautiful memories and I have good things to remember about my dad and things like that. But I also have a beautiful life ahead of me. And it's because I created it. It's because I did that. It's because I made a purposeful decision not to be there anymore. Really, really. So when you do that when you literally tell your mind what to think, I always tell my 7-year-old, you have to tell your brain what to think. Don't just think a thought because it came in your mind. Tell your brain what to think. You can literally tell your brain, oh my God, the best person I've ever known in the world is gone, and I don't have anybody that loves me like that. You can tell yourself that, or you can say, you know what? This person was amazing to me. This person, fed into me and really, really, really gave me so many gems and so many priceless gifts that I'm going to share with the world, right? So it's all about the way that you look at it. You can stay there, you can stay stuck and say, oh, I have PTSD. Oh, they did this to me. Oh, they wouldn't let me. Oh, this person, made me go crazy. You can do that, or you can say, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that another day. You could say, oh, I dated this Dusty and he just, he strung me along for 5 years and now I got this baby and I'm by myself. Or you can say, that dude, I'm about to get cute. I'm about to get cute. I'm about to get myself together and I'm about to be gone. I'm about to go do something that I know is going to change my life. Instead of sitting in the darkness and the muck and the mire of it, what can I do to change it? Girl, that's a bird on my fence. Instead of staying in there, in that space, you can literally tell your brain what to think. Tell your brain what to think. I will not be sad on Father's Day this year. I won't do it. I refuse to be sad on Father's Day. I refuse to do it. That bird is my dad. Okay. Okay, I'm rubbing my legs. I'm rubbing my legs. Um, Dang, that was deep. That was deep, y'all. That was deep. That was deep. Aw. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for that. She says, I'm grieving my dad right now, and everything you're saying is what I need. You are a blessing from one daddy's girl to another. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Okay. Let's lift us back up. Let's lift us back up. Okay. Prime example. Prime example. You can take that grief and that sadness, and instead of dreading it because I know it's coming, instead of sitting there and saying, I can't get out the bed today, I can't make another move without him, instead of being just crippled with grief, you can make a different choice. You can make a different choice, and y'all are gonna watch me do it because literally I'm going to make a purposeful effort to really push through and be as happy as I possibly can. To be as happy as I possibly can, even through just know just know, some days you might not see me because some days I might just have to sit in it a little bit. But most of the days, I'm gonna try most of the days to get through it. I am. And I wanted to share this with you guys because that's my story. That's my story. My dad has been gone for a long time. But it's still, I mean, to this day, it's still something very, very deep for me. But that's a part of my story. A lot of people can connect to that. A lot of people can relate to that because we've all lost someone. We've all lost something. We've all lost we've all had that. So if I didn't share that with you guys, then you wouldn't understand why does she have such high self-esteem? How is she able to be so confident? How is she only dating men who treat her, like a princess? You can't understand me without understanding my story. Once I started to share my story, then y'all understood, oh, she will go off if you do something mean to her. Now you understand why. Because I've told you my story. If I didn't share my story with you, you wouldn't know that about me, right? Take, for instance, your lives, right? Let's even dating. You can't fully appreciate a man and the presence of a man if you secretly have disdain or hate for men. You can't do it. It's like the two are going to be, it's going to always bump heads, if that makes sense. If you secretly hate men, your dating experiences are going to be the same way. But don't you know that people don't understand that? Nobody cares the reason why. Nobody cares why I'm crying on a freaking YouTube video for the 1,000th time. Nobody cares why. All they see is, dang, what's wrong? When you date someone, they can't see the trauma, the rape, the uncle who, did unsightly things to you, the people on your job who sexually harass you, all the bad experiences you've had with men. They can't see that. All they see is you on this date and you acting weird. You on this date and you don't want me to hold your hand. You on this date and all you doing is treating me like a piece of money. You on this date and you can't even communicate with me effectively without getting all hostile and angry. That's all they see. They don't know the story, right? Now, bear in mind, I'm not telling you to share your story with all the people you're dating. Do not do that. Don't, because again, men will use that against you. But you can share a fake story. Oh, I just lost my husband and he died a couple years ago and I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know how I'm going to make it because he died. He died and I'm just so sad. I never thought I would be by myself, but I don't know how to. Now, I might be crying because it's almost Father's Day and birthdays and all this other stuff. I might be crying because of that. But he think I'm crying because of this. And I'm getting my bag, though. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Share your story. People want to be connected. Don't you know that? People want to be connected. People want to relate to you. People want to have something, that I see myself in you, right? People want that. People don't want to, oh man, oh my God, this person is just, I will never be able to be like that person. People want to be able to relate to you and to connect to you. So if you share your story, that's something that they can relate to. Even if it's not the real story. Just saying. All of that, oh no, never gonna let anybody in. I'm always gonna be like this. Nope. May not get you very far. Just saying. Okay, questions. Now that this video has been a train wreck again. Oh. Rose Petal says, I think we've all had a time where we like to escape reality if we are stressed or depressed because we may not know how to get out of that situation. But you do know how to get out of a situation. Say for instance, if you are in a bad marriage, you know how to get out of it. Leave. That's real easy. You leave. If you're staying at home with your mom and you don't like her rules anymore, it's time to go. You always know the way. You're never in a situation or a circumstance that you don't know how to get out of. You always know. If the door is closed, the window is unlocked. If the window is locked, the door can be, that lock can be jimmied open, if that's what you want. If that's what you want. If that's what you want. But there's always a way. A lot of people are on drugs to escape reality. A lot of people are, whatever people do, drinking and all that stuff to numb the reality. But the reality is still there, though. You still have to deal with it. Some people stay in the same spot for years and years and years and never leave. And like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay. Somebody else says, I love your channel. My boyfriend is 28 and he pays the bills and gives me $1,000 a month. That's good for a 19-year-old, but he is now telling me you want blah. What? You 19, he 28, he pays all the bills, but he is now telling me you want blah, you buy it. What is BLA? What does that mean? Who said that? Sukiyana? Telling me that if I want something, I buy it. Oh. Well, so what that mean? It's over with. That's why you should have had more than one. That's why you should have had more than one. I mean, he about to be through with you. He's about to be through with you, baby. So get you a new one because he on his way out. God. golly, y'all, more boys are coming to my house. They can come over. I'm sick of this. You will feed them. Sick of him and his little friends. If he want his friends to come over, you buy their food. Anyway, back to the video. Back to the video. Uh-oh, y'all. Am I here? Can y'all see me? Oh, I'm here. Oh, I messed up and put the chat way down there. How do I do that? Girl, stop tripping. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, yes. She says, we live together and he's smart. He'll tell if I cheat. So what? Girl, I just did a video. Don't nobody want nobody that nobody want. You young, baby. Start at the beginning of my videos and go forward. Even just go back 2 months on my channel and all your questions will be answered. Just go back about 2 months. She said, don't be messing with Deacon. Y'all, let me tell y'all something about my children. Y'all really think that these is y'all's kids. Y'all really act like these boys are y'all's kids too. Do you know I had so many messages yesterday from my Instagram live where the baby was in the barber's chair and the barber had his mask down a little bit and everybody's go get my baby. Tell him he need to put that mask on. Y'all out like that? Oh my God, I'm like, do y'all know these is my kids? Girl, y'all is really, y'all be on it. Y'all be on it. I'm like, ooh, y'all a mess. Y'all are a mess with my children, for real. Mickey, right, I have come so far and stopped tolerating stuff. It's just that the men, Caucasian men here, don't approach my level up self a lot, but stare. So Irene, you may need to level up some more. If men are looking at you and they're not approaching you, you need to level up more. Maybe Caucasian men don't like how you look. Maybe you need to start dating black men or Asians or something. They don't have to be Caucasian. I'm assuming you're Caucasian, but maybe they don't have to be Caucasian. Maybe you need to start dating outside of your race. Be with whoever wants to be with you. How do you deal with all that masculine energy between your sons and the men you date? Is it comforting or draining? It's very comforting to me. It's very comforting to me because I'm very feminine. I would much rather be around a bunch of men than a bunch of women. 100% of the time. I would much rather be around men. And that makes me even more feminine because I have so much masculine energy around me. I'm super feminine because I even have a boy dog. I don't even have a girl dog. Everything around me is masculine. But that makes me and allows me to be more feminine. Like, I don't want to mimic them, just like they don't want to mimic me. It makes me more of myself when I'm around men as opposed to when I'm around women. I could not be around women that long. I just couldn't. Is there a right time to share your real story with someone you are seeing? Susan, very good question. Is there ever a right time to share your real story? When you get married. When you get married and you just done had one of them real good sessions that married people have sometimes at night, that's a good time to share. A good time to share is when you are on your deathbed. See, all these people need to hush until they're healed. Think about it. Everybody's saying no. Why the hell would you marry yourself to someone, literally marry yourself to someone, and never allow that person to know who you are? Hush until you're healed. Just saying. Now, you don't have to tell them the whole story. You know how you get into a book and you only read half the book? You can give them half the story. You can give them half the story. But you cannot I wouldn't give anybody my whole story. Nobody, again, it's going to be a whole bunch of stories that die with me. But I would not do that with the person that I'm living with. No. Why can't I be around a lot of women? Because women are irrational. Women are some of the most irrational creatures ever. Ever. Women don't have, most women do not use logic very much at all. And that's a hard place to be because I have real good common sense. I have real good common sense. Most women don't have common sense God gave a turtle. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. You can see something. You can see your man cheating. See him kissing a woman. Know he cheating and still want to be with him. You can see yourself in the mirror. Know you about 150 pounds overweight and still be confused why don't nobody want to talk to you. Women can get information about how to get a man for their money, what to do, what to wear, what to say, and still, well, he too nice. Women aren't very logical. That's why. Hell no. Good God. Just saying. Ooh, after 5 years. Hey, Luann, after 5 years, I thought this terrible pain would go away, but this year I will celebrate life, and I know that my dad wouldn't want me to be sad even though he chose to leave. I love you. Very true. Very true. Very true. Me too. Me too. So yeah, okay, y'all. Questions. No questions? Y'all good? Social media is not the right place to tell people your personal business. The personal relationships built outside of social media gives you an opportunity to share. I agree with that. But so think about it in terms of someone like me, right? If I didn't share myself on social media, there's only so far that my story could go, right? My story won't be able to go beyond me if I don't share my story. Is that upstairs clean? Where is Michael? Sorry, texting. So yeah, of course I wouldn't put it on like my timeline and stuff like that, but sharing a story is, I think it can be helpful in some cases. Get them. Okay, you have a question. What's my thoughts on OnlyFans? I mean, ain't no thought. This is the same as porn, right? I mean, if that's something you want to do, then do it. Ain't no thought. If you want to show your little pee-pee on the thing, go on and show it. Girl, what? What made you know you wanted better? Like, what clicked for you? Okay, let me see. Leah Boo. What made me know I wanted better? Okay, maybe. Let me see how I can interpret this. What made me know I wanted better? Young and the Restless. Young and the Restless. The Oprah Winfrey Show. Who else? The Kardashians. The Cosby Show. What else? I mean, you see, if I can see Jeff Bezos, you know what I'm saying? If I can see Claire Huxtable had a husband that loved her and joked around with her. If I can see Victor Newman is a strong, powerful man, and he always, was commanding women, and they was in the bed getting pee-pee and stuff, and whoo, sexy. If I can see Oprah, you get a car, 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 you get a car. If I can watch MTV Cribs and I see this person got an entire basketball court inside of their home, why am I going to be happy living in an apartment? That's what made me want better. If there are people living like that, then I want it. I want to live like that. Hell, I want a basketball court. I want a movie room. I want my kids to be able to, play football and stuff in the backyard and be able to throw a ball and not have to worry about hitting my neighbor's window and stuff. I want that, So if I can see other people living like that, then that's kind of what made me want better, for real. What made but I always want more. I'm not satisfied here. I'm not satisfied here. I'm living very well, but I want to live the best possible. Yeah, Mickey, do I agree or disagree? Posting your partner on social media, even a husband, I don't, and I won't. I will never post my partner on social media because social media isn't my real life. Every person on my social media, this is my thing about social media, y'all. Somebody made this post. I think it's weird that people don't, want to post their wedding announcements and birth pictures and all that. This is how I think about social media. I don't know y'all. I have literally only I literally only know, one person on my social media. Literally. So why would I share my personal business with complete strangers? Social media is not real life. Like, why do you care what I'm doing? Because I certainly don't care what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's not real. It's fake to me. So that's why I don't do it. Yeah. Hope that made sense. Where we are and everything. Oh, I thought that was a question. Should we allow our husband to be too? Yeah. Should we allow our husband to be too, for example, to hear our real voice? Should you let your husband hear your real voice? Why not? You're going to be living with him for some years. Why not? I guess I'm slow today, y'all. I'm not catching these questions. You're 38. You have to wait for what? I'm just curious. Who's 38? I have people telling me I have to wait till he decides what he wants before I can leave. Girl, what? Who is Love 82? Let me scroll back up. What'd you say? I'm 38. Last son graduates in a week. Do you think me doing what I want is in my future? Your son is graduating. Do I think you doing what you want is in your future? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by you doing what you want is in your future. What else are you gonna do? What he wants? I'm missing it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but maybe I'm not. I can't. I'm trying to piece stuff together, but it's like It's not, I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading it or something. I'm sorry. I apologize. I have people telling me you have to wait until he decides what he wants to do before you can leave. You trying to leave your son? You trying to leave your son or your man? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Do I ever call any of your sugar daddies, or do I let them call me? I'll call them. Yeah. Especially, I mean, especially after, y'all, think about it. Okay. Y'all call me a sugar baby, but a lot of people, not a lot of people, most of them, all of them think of me as their girlfriend. Why wouldn't I call them? Like, yeah, I'll reach out and call them. Now, I'm not calling them, oh, I'm just checking to see what you're doing. Oh, I haven't heard from you today. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I just wanted to check in with you. I don't call them like that. But yeah, I call them for sure. Why not? Y'all take stuff too literal. Of course, you don't call a man if you're chasing him, but I'm gonna call him. Well, yeah. What if I just want to say hey to him? Well, mammy, I had to put them lips back on. Thanks. 34, 2 kids. You think it's too late for me to find a man of means at my age? All you got is 2. Y'all, think about it, Rose Petal. I have multiple men's. I got men's of means. Men's of means. And I have 3 children. 3. Now, do they know that? No. But it's never, well, it is too late. We had a lady super old. But sometimes it can be late. But at 34, no, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. But don't look, you can be 34 and not look all old. You know what I mean? Your son is graduating early at 17. I want to move away to a place where there's more men and things to do. There you go. There you go, lovely 82. Let me know. Tell me something. There you go. Okay, here's the story, y'all. So you want to move, and he's only 17, just about to graduate. I've been doing what my kids wanted forever. Now I'm ready to do me. Gotcha. Okay. So, this is a hard question because y'all know I'm a mama. Would I move away from my 17-year-old? I wouldn't necessarily move away from him. Because they still need you. Like, he's not, at 17, he's not all the way grown. Like, that's hard because what if you move to the place and don't find no wealthy men? Then you will have, left your children or your son or whatever. And for what? How much is the consultation? Depends on the type of consultation and my mood. No, I'm just kidding. The links to the consultation are given below. But yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't move away from my 17-year-old. I will have a 17-year-old this year. I'll have a 17-year-old, and he's ready. He's ready, but I don't think he's ready. But it depends on you and your child, though. But you should have been doing you. You could be a mama and do you. I have children, and I do me all the time. I do me all the time with children. So you have made a decision to neglect yourself for your children, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I knew leveling up was a little baby. She's 17. If I could go back to 17. What is the longest you stay with one daddy? Should he propose after 1 year? Is it okay to find them online during quarantine? Bunch of questions. The longest that I've been with one of my daddies is almost 3 years now. Almost 3 years. Should he propose after 1 year? Yeah, he should propose after 1 year. If he is, if he's single and you single and y'all dating, and yeah, after 1 year, he should definitely propose. And is it okay to find them online during quarantine? Sure, knock yourself out. Am I doing that? No. I just get down doing everything alone with 2 kids. It's hard, girl. Rose petal. Okay, let's go back to our story. This is what I'm talking about. Your story doesn't have to be, oh, I'm 34 and I'm alone with these 2 kids. Don't you know your story could be, it's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, I got 2 children, but I'm gonna make sure that these children is taken care of. I'm gonna take them over Grandma Ann's house. I'm gonna make sure they got food. I'm gonna give Grandma Ann some money for them. They're gonna have their movies they like. They're gonna have their iPads and little Netflix stuff that they like to do. I'm gonna make sure they got pajamas, socks, toothbrush, all that. They're gonna be over at Mama's house. Cause mama finna be out here living. I know that I have 2 children and they need a daddy. So instead of you sitting up saying, well, I got 2 kids, it's so hard by myself. You ain't got to be by yourself. It's Memorial Day weekend. Everybody having a cookout. I don't care if we quarantine. Everybody doing something. Everybody is meeting people and introducing you to people and going here and eating in places and stuff. You over there by yourself because you choose to be alone. You don't have to be alone. You could have created your own family. Your children could have 3 and 4 grandmas that they can go to while mama go do whatever she wants to. Your children can have, play dates with other people and friends and stuff like that. It's possible. It literally is possible. You can have those things. You don't have to keep telling that story. Oh, I'm 34 and alone. Because you want to be. Suck it up, baby. If you don't want to be alone, it's Saturday. It is Saturday. Don't you know I'm finna go somewhere and show somebody this right here? This got to be seen. Uh-oh. There's our guest. Mommy. Hello? DJ! They got to speak to me when they come over. DJ! Oh, he want a text message. Sorry. Tell them, come speak to me. Don't play with me. You just walk in my house. Shoot. Anyway, he know I don't play that. I hate that mess. Going in my refrigerator, getting my snacks. Boy. How to raise children without them taking up all your time. What? How to raise children without them taking up all your time. Now that's just damn trifling. Close your gap and don't have no kids. And they go, hey, you got to come say hey. I am. You can say hey, Miss Fox. How you doing? All right. Good to see you. All right. I got to go in a minute because Michael don't like to be in a cage when people over here. He feel like he missing stuff. Anyway, y'all, I'm missing the comments. What happened? Yeah, stop having kids if you're going to do all that. Don't do that. Mickey, I leveled up and maintaining it, but I live in a wealthy area, mostly Caucasian. Irene, they don't want you, baby. Irene, if people are staring at you and they're not approaching, you are not attractive to them. You may have, like I've said, y'all, let's talk about leveling up. There are levels to leveling up. Did you know that? There are levels to leveling up. You could have leveled up, but if you start at -20, and you level up to -3, you're still not attractive to them. You see what I'm saying? How leveled up are you in comparison to other women that they have available to them? Are you, tell yourself the truth, baby. Tell yourself the truth. If men are looking at you and they're not approaching you, it's a 100% fact that they are not attracted to you. If they are, you know what attraction means? Attractions means I'm standing here and they are drawn to me. They can't help but be drawn to me. If that's not happening and they're not coming to you, you aren't attractive. You may be pretty, you may be cute, but you're not attractive. What is attractive to you? I've done that video. Pretty versus attractive. I'm gonna pin it here, but go back and watch that after this video. You're not attractive. It's impossible. Yeah. Because I can't see your picture, but that's the only logical deduction that I can make, right? Based on the information you're giving. There may be more to it. I'm not exactly sure. So you're welcome. What if is raising kids hard? Yeah. Yeah. But so is being an old lady in a nursing home by yourself and having people playing with your old lady parts. That's hard too. Just saying. With 3 kids, some women have at least 1 C-section. That is hard to hide if sexually involved. Don't nobody care about no. Now y'all want to talk about C-section scars? Don't nobody care about no C-section scar. Girl, look. Make sure Deacon make him wash his hands. Okay. See what I'm saying? Y'all act like I'm not the mama. There has to be more than one type of surgery for the stomach, appendix. When is the right time to have kids and get married? In your early 20s. In your early 20s is the right time, I would say. Oh, Mickey, I just watched one of your older videos and you said you didn't really have friends like that and you will change that. Did you succeed? How did you do it? Yeah, kind of. I have friends. Don't get me wrong. But I don't have like very many friends, I don't have, there's a difference between friends and acquaintances or friends and associates. Like I have people I talk to, I have people that come over here regularly. But would I consider this person my friend? Not necessarily, So have I changed it? No. And then, I think I said this right before the quarantine. I'm talking about girlfriends now. That's what I was talking about. So will I change it? Yeah, I am. But again, women are kind of off sometimes. Y'all, questions. What if you don't want kids in marriage? Don't have them. What's the point of existing? If you don't want kids or marriage, what do you want? I just never understood that, y'all. Like, y'all know there's like a circle of life, and I don't know. I can't help you with that. I have always wanted children and always wanted to be married. So I can't relate in that way. Don't have them though. If you don't want children, definitely don't have them. Hey Mickey, I'm new to leveling up and doing my makeup more. My friends are saying that it's too much, but when I go out, her universe, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Your friends say what now? But when I go out, I get approached. Is it normal for friends to change after you start leveling up? So, that's going to be our next video. Ironically, the level up is lonely. Who wants to talk about that? Who wants to end this video and start the level up is lonely? That's the next video. The level up is lonely. Mickey, what if you have a giving husband, like he gives you his last dime? Is there a way to get him to level up and make more, or you must leave and get more? That's why I left. That's why I left. Because what if his last dime is 30 cents? What if his last dime is 30 cents? His bet, Tina did that one. His best doesn't have to be good enough for you. I'm going to pin it. His best does not have to be good enough for you. So yeah, yeah, I did. I left. I'm not going to be, I don't give a crap about that. Oh well. Would I be with a celebrity? No. How comfortable do you think a woman should get in her marriage regarding looks and behavior? Never get comfortable. I wouldn't. How about the video on dating persona? That's going to differ. My dating persona is going to be different. Maybe one day. Not today, though. Questions to ask on the first date to vet out providers. You shouldn't even go on a date if you don't think he's a provider, baby. If he's not a provider, don't go on a date. Would I recommend getting a boob job before or after kids? After. After. Plastic surgery only after children. So, we're going to start that video. The level up is lonely. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be on the lookout. June 1st, I am dropping my real estate investing how-to booklet. That's going to be dropping on June the 1st. I have compiled my knowledge as a real estate investor. I'm going to be giving that to you all. It's going to be, you'll see, it's an ebook. It's kind of structured like a course in a way, but that is coming very, very soon on June the 1st. Also, be on the lookout for some other surprises on the Michaela Pink channel. The month of June is going to be very, very, very special. We're going to have a lot of surprises, a lot of things going on in the varsity PinkPrint group. So if you're in the varsity group, lots of announcements and things starting in June. So be on the lookout for those. If you are in the PinkPrint Academy, you do receive all things Michaela Pink at a discounted rate. So if you're not in the PinkPrint Academy, you will be paying full price. Full price is a big difference compared to the discounted rate of the PinkPrint Academy members. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. I'm excited to give you guys this content that I've been coming up with. It's been a long time coming, but Pastor has had a whole lot of time in this quarantine. So boom, boom, it's just going to be a bunch of stuff coming at you. But thank you for your support. Links to consultations, links to other stuff that I have going on is under the video and also in the comments of this video left by the moderators. Join me on the next episode of the Michaela Pink channel. The level up is lonely. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Michaela Pink, and that's what I think. Bye.